France beat up Holland, and Jules, it really couldn't have gone any better for Kylian Mbappe on his debut as captain.
Yeah, wonderful win, 4-0. I mean, the Dutch were so bad. I mean, you know how much I don't like the Dutch guy as a manager, but like and then they had players missing, of course. No
They
Bergwijn.
had half a team.
No, not all of them starters, but still, France were outstanding, starting on the front foot, scoring 3 goals in the first 21 minutes. They could have had more. Magic Mike saving a penalty, which, as you know, when we had Hugo Lloris as a goalkeeper, didn't happen very often at all. So it looked just perfect. People are very excited by this new era with Kylian as a man. I mean,
you missed the best bit. It was him setting up Griezmann for the opening goal. So that shows that they're hermanos.
They love each other again. Yeah, and Griezmann has moved on from this to be the captain. But and Kylian's press conferences are fun. You know, they're fun because he says what he thinks.
Because he hides the alcoholic sponsors?
Not so much that, but he says like, hey, you know, if you're French and you look at our team on paper, you think, how can they not win the Euros? Here we go. You know, what could go wrong now? England beat Ukraine 2-0 at Wembley without breaking much of a sweat. Gab, Harry Kane scores again after becoming his country's all-time leading goal scorer on Thursday against Italy. Can you give some context, please?
I think it's a tremendous feat from Harry Kane. I think he's kind of been taken for granted. If you look at the other all-time England goal scorers who are right up there, you're talking about Wayne Rooney, Gary Lineker, Bobby Charlton before my time. Sorry,
Jimmy Greaves as well, who was the best ratio.
Jimmy Greaves, also before my time. I think Harry Kane. The game's evolved, but against the parameters of today, he's ridiculously good.
Yeah.
So against the parameters of yesteryear, he scored more goals. So I put those two things together, and I can only tip my hat to him. On the pitch, I didn't think Ukraine were particularly good. I don't think England needed to be particularly good. But you're aware that this England team has, I think, 3 outstanding players who have to be 100% certainties to start. And they are Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, and Bukayo Saka.
What a goal by Saka.
The personality, the ease is going to get better. So, no, I think England are in a good place.
I was a bit bored, to be fair. I get bored.
It's international football. I mean, it is what it is. But the good news is they play North Macedonia and Malta next. And if they beat them, then they could pretty much have qualified by June, which gives Southgate a whole year to go and figure out his issues.
Yeah.
It's only a friendly, fine. And who's that ridiculous guy playing for Brazil? But Morocco beating Brazil 2-1 is a really big deal, isn't it, Jules?
It's amazing. Well done again to Walid Regragui, to the Moroccans, continuing what they did at the World Cup. They've now beaten Spain, they've beaten Portugal, they've beaten Brazil, they've beaten Belgium, they drew with Croatia. It was just, they're on the run, and it's incredible. It's good to see. It was very much the strongest team possible.
Ronnie, Brazil, I don't think, is part of Brazil's.
And Brazil was not. You're right, but you still had Casemiro there. You still had some
Vinicius.
Really good players. Vinicius played, of course, started. So it's one of those wins that I think a lot of people remember, even if it was just a friendly. And Gab, we can't talk about Brazil without talking about Carlo Ancelotti, of course. Hernando Rodriguez, the president of the Brazilian FA, even talked about him.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, well, we haven't had official contact," and maybe I don't know. I didn't check if his nose got a little longer when he said that or not. But then he goes on and on. Oh, right now in Brazil, if you talk to any fan, you talk to any player, they all love Ancelotti. They would all love to have Ancelotti. I'm like, dude, you're the guy who does the hiring, and you're talking so openly about this. I know it's a different culture, but what this tells me is they really, really, really want
it. It will happen, surely. No,
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Cristiano Ronaldo won his 197th and 198th international caps to break the men's international record. And he also scored 4 goals in those games to break his own goal-scoring record and bring his total to 122. Jules, are you going to be blasé because it was only Liechtenstein and Luxembourg and be a Cristiano hater?
They all count the same, Gab. Whoever you depend, it doesn't matter who you play and who you score against. Yeah, you can argue that it's probably easier to score against them than against better team, but he was there. He was the new Roberto Martinez era. Cristiano started the 2 games. I still think there are question marks and issues because once they play against better teams,
this is the $1 million question.
Exactly. Do you still start
Is Roberto going to keep Cristiano in his plans, once they play tougher teams or not.
Because I heard Bernardo Silva talking after the Liechtenstein game saying like, yeah, we're going to counter press, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And everything that he was saying, Cristiano could not really feature in that style of playing. So be interesting to see. There's a few more months and weeks now before the next Portugal game, but it'd be very interesting to see for sure. After losing to England at home on Thursday 2-1, Italy bounced back with a 2-0 win away in Malta. Gab, other than the result though, this wasn't great.
No, it wasn't great. Obviously, they mixed up the team.
Well,
I think the first half was okay. The second half, Malta said, "Oh, look, let's keep the score close." And this Italy team, they just can't break you down. They simply can't. Not with the guys they had out there. It's weird. I thought, you had one good half against England in the second half.
Yeah.
Or no, and then you had one okay half in the first half.
They could have gone behind as well. Donnarumma made that big save early
on. Yes, they could have gone. Maybe they should have. Maybe that would have woken them up a little bit. Spain beat Norway 3-0, but Jules, this was very close until Joselu came on to bag 2 goals.
You're right, because I thought Norway played really well without Erling Haaland, of course, and Sola is not Erling Haaland. I can tell you that.
But he is the only living Sorloth in captivity.
He is. That was not enough because he should have scored at least 1 goal in that game. He didn't. Joselu came on 81st minute at 32 for his debut for Spain. Incredible story. Yeah, that's the same Joselu that played for Stoke City and Newcastle United and scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. And to be fair, Luis de la Fuente for his debut again did well. Especially when you think about his coaching. Joselu scored, Oyarzabal is involved, Fabian Ruiz is involved, Ceballos had a good impact as well. So well done for his first game.
Rodri on Odegaard is a lot of people angry.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. Argentina beat Panama 2-0 in a friendly, and Lionel Messi scores his 800th goal between club and country. Gab, I have a feeling that this record does not impress you.
No, it does not. Combining goals for club and country, not a thing.
800 goals.
Not a
he
thing.
Scored the guy.
Not a thing.
But
not
still,
a thing.
he scored 800 goals.
Can I give you another one? 90, I think it's 96 or 98 goals for Argentina. That impresses me.
Okay.
This adding things together.
But that means
not
700
a thing.
goals for the club.
Not a thing. Not a thing.
Okay.
No, also, for the club, but then they don't count his goal with Barcelona C and Barcelona B. It's just stupid. We were all excited about Zlatan Ibrahimovic becoming the oldest player to play in European qualifying, Jules.
Yeah.
But then some dude from Gibraltar has to spoil it for everyone.
Lee Cassiaro, I think.
Lee Casciano. He's got some Italian in him.
Yeah, he's got some Italian in him. Who is 4 days older than Zlatan. 41 and 176 days against 41 and 172 days. And he has the record now. I mean, Ibra might beat Lee Casciaro record at some point, but for now, it's not Ibra's record.
Do you know what? And much as I love Gibraltar, the idea of Gibraltar, if you want to get some proper PR, keep this guy Lee. Keep him moderately fit. And every game you play,
I know.
Bring him on 2 minutes from the end. Just so that you've got the record in perpetuity. Seriously, I mean, what else is Gibraltar known for? I mean, other than the Rock and stuff and gambling and tensions with Spain and all this nonsense. I think it's a brilliant marketing point.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.